Hi guys, and welcome to ESL and Eyeshadow with me, Beth. Today is an ESL day. Today we are going to be talking about how to structure an essay, a formal essay, for either the FCE, CAE or CPE ESL exam or for the IELTS exam. As the same theory of how to structure a paragraph is exactly the same no matter what formal essay you're doing. First of all, let's talk about what we expect from a paragraph as examiners, as people reading and marking your work. We expect a well-constructed paragraph with a topic sentence. A topic sentence is something that introduces the reader to what they're going to read about in this paragraph. It's an opening sentence that will summarize what we're expecting to see next. It's very important to get the topic sentence correct because the rest of the paragraph must match to your topic sentence. If it doesn't, this is going to detract from your cohesion and coherency score. Next, we expect to see you make a point, give an example of your point, and explain your reasoning. So we call this the PEE method. Point, explain, example. And these three things, if you use them correctly, will make sure that you never fail in your task achievement or your coherency score when you are writing an essay for either IELTS or ESL. So first of all, let's take a look at an essay topic. This is an IELTS essay topic, but it's one that is similar for ESL or any other kind of exam you're going to get. It's quite a standard essay question. In order to solve traffic problems, governments should tax private vehicles and car owners heavily and use the money to improve public transportation. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So this is the thing that we're going to look at today. Now, it doesn't matter if it's an ESL or an IELTS, we're still going to approach writing about this topic in the same way. And that is topic sentence plus PEE. Now, down here, I will pop a picture that will show you how we're going to use PEE color-coded so that you can see how we put everything together to give a coherent and full paragraph. So, in this particular picture, you will see the point in red, the explanation in green, and the example in blue. The purple is the structuring. Now, I would expect to see quite a high structure if we're looking at anything from IELTS 7 upwards and FCE B2 level upwards. So this is a very nice structure for that, especially if you're going to be writing a balanced essay. And I always suggest to my students, write a balanced essay, as this means you can cover the task in full, both sides of the argument. So let's have a look at this particular paragraph. As you can see, the structure is, it's easy to understand why many feel. Now, this is the first paragraph. So in the first paragraph, we're going to give the balance opinion. So in this paragraph, I'm arguing why taxing motorists is a good idea. So here, it is easy to understand why many feel. That's the first part of your topic sentence. And then the second part of your topic sentence is the point you are trying to make with this paragraph. So here it is that raising taxes on those who own cars would lead to a reduction in traffic. So now I know that I expect for the rest of the paragraph to be talking about reduction in traffic and taxes, and why this would help reduce traffic. But now I need you to explain that. We can't just take it like that there's a reason. You have to give us that reason. So here you can see the explanation. If it costs us more in tax to own a car, many will choose to use public transport rather than pay high charges to the taxman. So here we're explaining our point of view. Our point of view is that we think a lot of people would prefer to pay for cheaper public transport than pay more for their own private vehicle. But now I want an explanation to that, because I'm not just going to take your word for it. Back it up with an example. So for example, it is cheaper to use the bus than to pay for taxes and for petrol. So here it's showing that, especially if you're on a low income, that taking public transport is a much cheaper option. So this is a full explanation of PEE. You've made your point, you've given an explanation, and you've made your example. Now, a strong essay should include 2 of these in a paragraph. So you can see, additionally, this is our second structural point. It's linking the 2 parts of the paragraph together to show we're going to make a second point. Additionally, now in red, make your point, the funds generated by the higher taxes charged to vehicle owners should then be used to improve public transport services. Now you don't really need to explain that, it's quite self-explanatory, but you do need to give an example of how that would work. So for example here we say, such as increasing the frequency of buses or providing public bicycles. So, as you can see, this is a full paragraph explaining why you think raising taxes on private vehicles would reduce the number of private cars on the road. So it's a really simple method to follow. As long as you are following the point, the explanation, and then giving an example, and then repeating that each time in your paragraph, you are going to be on task, you will get a nice clear coherency score, and your paragraph will just present well. It will look nice and well structured. Remember, this method is foolproof as long as you are sticking to the subject. Try not to make personal anecdotal evidence. Don't use things like, for example, my dad had his taxes raised and now he uses a bicycle. Great, Dad. But you have to be more unspecific than that. It has to cover everybody. So try and make general points that everybody will understand. Next, try not to use too many big words. Big words are difficult to use sometimes, as are synonyms. And if you don't get them 100% correctly, then it's going to distract from your lexical score. It's better to be clear and use less high-level terms than it is to use lots and lots of high-level terms and for your message to get mixed up. It's easier to get a high-level score in lexical use than it is to get a high-level score in cohesion and task management. So make sure that your argument is clear, and when you go back to revise, then you can look to see where you could add perhaps a synonym or a higher level lexical item that will give you some extra points. But first, make sure the skeleton of your essay is there. Put that all together using PEE and then go back and check. Anyway, I hope this has helped you to understand how to put together a clear and well-written paragraph for an essay of high-level B2 plus or Band 7 plus on IELTS. And if there's anything that you would like to see to do with the exam that you're doing, or any grammar points or vocabulary groups that you're just not sure of, leave a comment down below and I will happily make a video to help you out with that. If you've enjoyed today, please do like and subscribe, and there will definitely be more ESL content on the way for you soon. I hope you have a great day. Take care and goodbye.